Time magazine cover story once called his great-grandfather, Cuba's fifth president, Gerardo Machado, the Mussolini of the Caribbean. Now, Luis Santeiro has written a memoir, Dancing with Dictators, which deals not only with that legacy, but also with the perennial immigrant experience of trying to navigate between two very different cultures and the uniquely Cuban experience of coming to terms with the ongoing romance with the Cuban Revolution that he encountered in this country. Playwright Luis Santeiro was the head writer for Que Pasa USA, the first bilingual sitcom on American national television, and is a longtime writer of Sesame Street, for which he has received 20 Emmy Awards. Luis Santeiro joins us now. Luis, welcome to the program.
Thank you for having me here, Rafael. It's a pleasure.
Thank you. So, first of all, why did you decide to write this memoir, and why the title, Dancing with Dictators?
First of all, I realized I was now the oldest member of my family, and the only one, really, the repository of all those stories that I had heard over the years. And Dancing with Dictators, well, Machado, he wasn't elected president initially, but then extended his term, became a de facto dictator. And he was known to be a great dancer in Cuba. He taught my mother to dance, and she adored him. So between that, we not only have lived with that, but Batista, Fidel, and our lives are sort of full of dictators ruling our lives.
I know. You know, Gerardo Machado is a president of Cuba that Americans don't know much about, although he looms large in the American, in Cuban history. I mean, he was like, at one point, the FDR of Cuba, then he was not.
Well, he created, I mean, really, the one road that still unifies the island, the Capitol building. I mean, the amount of public works he did was immense. The unfortunate thing was he made the mistake, which he admitted, of extending his term by really 3 years, and then the stock market crashed, so everything
went down. And he got a little brutal with people who didn't like him. Well, that's what I say, but we'll get to that, in a moment. But let's start with your connection to him and your family in general in Cuba.
Well, he's my great-grandfather. My mother was, not only was she the oldest granddaughter, but she lived in the palace with him, head to head with her beds. A couple of times there were bombings, and if he had died, she would have died. And she adored him. And so I grew up with that legacy of hearing that, and then reading history books, the good and the bad. His first term, everybody says, glowing, great, terrific. Second term,
not so good.
And it was a great tragedy that he didn't just leave. He would have been re-elected.
And your father's family?
My father's side, they had a company. His grandfather had come from Galicia, from Spain, and he had created a soap and perfume company that became very big, and actually in the 30s they merged with Colgate-Palmolive.
I remember that company. It was one of the biggest in Cuba. So one of the most moving parts of the book is when you write about how your parents found out after the Cuban Revolution that everything that they'd worked for, including the company, was taken away from them. Tell us how they found out, and tell us what your father did.
You know, initially Castro kept saying, I'm not a communist, I'm not a this. Finally, October of 1960, a friend called him and said, Fidel is going to speak, turn on your TV. So they were in bed with Hong Kong flu, and they had a little portable that they wheeled into the bedroom, and there they watched during the course of Fidel's presentation, everything they owned was gone. Completely.
Fidel basically said, "This
is the company's gone." But, you know, so everything was gone. The next morning, my father was getting dressed to go to the thing.
Sick as he was.
Yes, he said, "I've got to go there. I've got to see what's happening." My mother said, "Please don't go. There's going to be trouble." So he did. He went, and then there were militia people who said, "You can't come in. This is no longer yours." He sneaked on past them to get to his office, and he just managed to get a few family photos. That's it.
And the people who worked with him are the ones who were kicking him out.
And there's some people who had just recently given him a gift for their Christmas of '58, you know, and anyway, and then this bank account was frozen. Everything was gone overnight.
So listen, you know, you write about the Cuban experience. You also write about the experience that's pretty universal, especially for us kids who came from another country, no matter what the country is, which is to trying to navigate between two cultures and trying to put up, you know, and trying to deal with the embarrassment of your family being so different than everybody else's family. Is it inevitable? Tell us, first of all, tell us about your experience. Is it inevitable to be embarrassed and resentful of your family in a situation?
Yes, I went through that. I know you went through that. Most of the people I know went through that. I think it's a fairly universal thing, especially when you're a young, you know, a teenager or even preteen. You know, my grandmother had the radio in Spanish, full volume, 24/7, listening to the Spanish station saying, Fidel is about to fall. And then then there
For
was
60
my
years.
Yeah, my mother, she was lucky if she could get the dinner on the table by 9 o'clock. My American friends had eaten by 6. Spanish in the house, loud, talking. I was, you know...
Your father always answered the phone in Spanish.
My father always said, oigo, which is the Cuban way. I said, why can't you answer in English? Because most of the people here don't speak English.
Except your friends.
Yeah.
Who then made fun of you, no doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah. So back to Cuba. You know, for almost 60 years, somebody named Castro has been running Cuba. Not one of them was elected by the general population until very recently. Yet, as I said in the introduction, you and I have both encountered this ongoing romance that many Americans, not all Americans, continue to have with this revolution. Why do you think that is?
You know, it's an ongoing thing, and you know, it happened when I was in college many years ago. It still goes on. When I faced it, I said, I don't want this in my life anymore. I want to. But when I was in college, and of course, most of my teachers were talking about positively about the Cuban Revolution. I went to SDS meetings. I went to peace marches in Washington. And at one point, I said, my father and I had this argument. I said, "Are you sure you were on the right side?" You know, that was actually, it was very patient.
You said that to him.
I said that to him. He sent me a very loving letter explaining the whole thing. And you know, but there is still the ongoing thing about the education, the health, the this, and that. But in the meantime, the whole country has been, our country has been destroyed. Yeah. You know.
So you know the changes that we see. For example, now somebody took over as president who isn't Fidel Castro.
Right.
Big changes. Significant
I don't think there's going to
changes?
be any from the people we have down there. From I have a brother who goes down there a lot, and he says he doesn't see any changes. You know, it's still in the hands of the army, who control just about everything, and Raúl is still controlling from the background.
Yeah, he's still the head of the Communist Party. You know, your parents, like my parents, and so many people of their generation, they came here as adults, having lost everything. Do you think your parents built a happy life here? Do they think that they did for themselves and for you?
Oh, I think they definitely did. You know, at first it was difficult, as it was for everybody, but once they got going, I think my mother used to say to my father, Luis, I think we had a happy life. And he said, you think? I mean, they were able to travel everywhere again. They were able to put us through college, which I was very grateful for.
And you're right that your mother was actually glad in some way.
She was very fulfilled. You know, in Cuba, she said, I could have slept till noon and I wasn't needed. Here she was. She was the cog on which the machinery worked. And she said that as a woman, she felt more fulfilled here than she had in Cuba.
Okay. So final question, you know, this was a country that opened up its doors to us, to the Cubans and all of us. I don't know anybody who isn't grateful for that. Do you sometimes fear that generosity that we experience may be leaving, may be changing in this country?
It certainly seems to be, and I hope it doesn't. I hope we're just going through a little bump, because this country was built on that, and I think it's so important. And as an immigrant, when I hear somebody else who I know came from somewhere else says, "Oh, we need to stop the door," I say, "How can you? How dare you?" This country opened the doors to us, and I'm very grateful to that.
All right. Well, Luis, thank you so much for coming and talking to us. The book is Dancing with Dictators, a family journey from pre-Castro Cuba to exile in the turbulent 60s. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Rafael.